MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Chiefs make over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. First pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They'll throw with Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking to throw, Penix. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. T. Higgins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Eagles nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. We'll get this to about the 38. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting a bank on the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. And now they'll shift things around.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Chain completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Penix to the air once more. A short throw taken in by Conquo. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Conquo, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalton Kincaid, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
To the air, Penix. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On
4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
There's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it'll be complete to Okonkwo. And they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And Brown's got it for a Kansas City touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Eagles 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Come on.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the right side and complete to Jefferson. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
70.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go. 60 Bison. 60
Now they'll change things up. They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week. And he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Crack all 80. Dragon 60.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Go! Top 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, Crash. Ready.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Mustang 19. Come on, come on.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Sight, 19, 7 Pirates, 7.
They'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now the point after try for Santos. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Pass complete to Cordell Patterson out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and he picked up the first down.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing again, Penix. A short play taken in by Okonkwo. This now a 3rd and 4.
To Chig Okonkwo. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll throw with Penix. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Brings up second down.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he'll find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready, 19 right, hot, set.
Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19, Tiger, 19. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A dump off now to Hill. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Going quickly out to the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
18, find it. Come on, come on. 19, 18, Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here right now.
And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
And it's taken in at the 9.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Press all 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19, 18. 19 Lions. Warriors 70.
Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready. 70. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is taken at the 15. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Penix. That's out to Hill, right side complete. There'll be a gain of just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
To the air, Penix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To start it out, Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready, set.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Panther 11. Rocco 80. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. Kincaid with it. Trying. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
19, trap 60, trap 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
But he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Noah Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, Warriors, 70. Go!
Back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
65, 65.
He'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready? 18 Cardinal.
He's back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the set. Down. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Go.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hawk, 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
I just want to rap. I just want to rap. Shawty got that body out of no time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Penix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on a deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Penix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one's going to come to an end. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him at field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.